Hi there. So today I'll share with you all on how I made this very basic yet very aesthetic looking quilling art without any quilling tools. Yes, we shall make this using the most basic tools that we all have in our stationery. So first off, if you're willing to frame your quilling art, I would suggest you to go for a frame which has a mount board in it. I had this very basic frame to start with, so I plan to make the mount board by myself. I'm going to use a 180 GSM sketching paper for it. Mount board basically provides enough depth and space for your quilled art from the glass frame. So you got to measure according to the frame dimensions and cut out an extra 2 centimeters border so that you can fold these later to create a 3D effect out of it. So once you cut out the sheet, we have to fold it. But in order to get the straight and clean folds, we shall first emboss the edges with a pen that has no ink in it so that it leaves behind the impressions and gives clean folds. The extras can be removed so as to fit the mount into the frame, and these can be used later for the font bordering. So once we have mounted the cutout, you can see that there is a nice depth effect that has been created, and also there is enough room for the quilled art. So now our frame is all ready. Let's start with creating the quilled art. First off, cut out the base for your quilling. Here I had already decided on the font, designs and the elements that I wish to create in that space using quilling paper. So in order to get the font right, I again suggest you to use the embossing technique that we used before so that you get the perfect font design. So this is how it looks. Now we have to border the font. For this I shall be using the cutout remains, and to assist me in this process I'll be using the most basic tools like tweezers, the one which we use to pluck our hair, do our brows, the same tweezers, and a glue. And I'm applying this glue with the help of a thumb pin, the one which we used for the notice board. This is at par the most tedious task because I had the font written in cursive, so it got a little difficult for me to make the paper stay in place with the glue, but nevertheless the result was amazing. So it's always a good practice to check the quilled arts fit into the frame after every new design. Now comes the quilling paper. Here I have 4 sizes of quilling paper which I bought long back, like it was over the counter purchase, so as to qualify some discount, and I'm using this quilling paper like after ages. So there's a quick tip. See, I don't have any quilling tools, and quilling needle is like the essential in the quilling art, so you can't do without it. So what I did here is like I took a drawing compass tool and rolled it with double-sided tape. The one I'm using right now is very thin, but you can use the thicker one as well, and reduced its stickiness so that it holds my quilling paper just right enough to roll. From here onwards is just all about playing with the quilling paper, fold it, cut it, roll it, and create designs with it. I have a quick time lapse of the whole process for you, and I've also experimented with inserting crystals inside the font. State the process to know how did I do it and also enjoy the shots in the end. Thank you so much for staying with me till the end. I hope all these tips and tricks on creating alternative for the quilling tools did give you some idea. This was me documenting my very first quilling process with you all. Hope you liked it, and as usual don't forget to like, share and comment down below which quilling trick you like the most. Hereafter, I shall leave you with some post framing shots. Thanks for checking out this video and also happy quilling.